Hey Kai, what time is it?
It's 11:40.
No, I don't think you understand it. What time is it? It's double coconut max time. I'm so very tired.
So I've been gone for quite a while and here's what I've been up to. So I met my extended host family at Easter time when I went to my host grandma's for Easter. So once we got there, via Mikołaj's, let's say, interesting driving, I met the various uncles and aunts and cousins of my host family. It being Easter in Poland, all of the dishes pretty much contained eggs. It was just salad with eggs and another salad with eggs and this with eggs, but it was nice. We sampled a lot of things, such as all of the salads with the eggs, some really nice meat-based dishes, very nice cake as well, and also the homemade alcohol, which was quite strong. I know for a fact that it was at least 50%. I also had a disastrous first attempt at making hot cross buns. They were questionable at best, let's say. So after lunch we decided to go out for a walk in the country, and then it started snowing in April. So we all rushed inside. So we enjoyed our time a bit more, drinking coffee, eating cake, and then we drove home. So the day after that, at 6 in the morning, I got up and went to Wilanowska to get a Polski bus with Kai, Kai's host mum, and Sasha. It was a 4-hour bus that took us to Kraków. Kraków as a city is quite frankly bloody lovely. It's gorgeous. It's a really nice city, lots of cathedrals, bit of a tourist trap, but being from Bath I'm used to it. Kraków is full of nice old buildings and we were staying in one. After dumping our bags in our flat, we explored the market. There are some great things on sale there, chocolates that looked like old rusty tools, and a really delicious sandwich which we watched mesmerised as it was being made. It had some sort of, I don't know what it was like some weird looking spread, but then it had really nice meat and sausage and gherkin on the top, and it was just the bomb. Later on we took the public bus to a salt mine which was several hundred feet deep. It was 800 steps to get down. We were shown around by a tour guide who was really knowledgeable, so that was good. There's about 20 different caverns, maybe it's slightly less, I can't remember now. But the earliest ones are really from the Middle Ages when the mine was opened, and the most recent one was about 1950 something, or even 1980. And in the 1980s, it was made a World Heritage Site, one of the very first, along with Yellowstone National Park. The most impressive thing though in the salt mine was a huge church, carved by 3 dudes. 3 miners in their spare time came down the mine just to carve this church out of salt rock. And their work is quite frankly just bloody impressive. It's beautiful. There's statues, ornate carving, even the floor is really detailed in its carving. It's definitely one of the most incredible places I've been. You should really check it out. Side note, another thing you can do in the salt mine is lick the walls, as Kai did here. Just gonna let that footage roll for a bit. Then we came back on the bus and went for pizza, where we bumped into 2 British people, which was nice. The next day we had a tasty bagel and tea breakfast, and we were then met by our tour guide who showed us around the old town and some of the old churches, as well as the royal castle in Kraków before the capital was moved to Warsaw. And we also looked at the Jewish district, which was really interesting, had one of the oldest synagogues in Europe. It dated back from around 1300. Then we went to the top of a hotel and had a look at the skyline, which was really fun. And then we went for a great meal at the Jewish restaurant. The meat was cooked perfectly, oh my god. Now Sasha, Kai and Monica went back to Warsaw on the Polski bus that evening. I, however, was heading to Jarosław to visit Emily and Caitlin. So I got to the station well in time for my train to arrive, but it was delayed by 55 minutes, so I waited and got a pizza. So after waiting 55 minutes, I found that the train was another 45 minutes late. But I hopped into the compartment and it was nice, dark, and I just sort of chilled out for a while. During the journey, it started snowing. Again. In April. The train finally arrived, and after a 10-minute walk I made it into my hotel. During that 10-minute walk, from 1:47 to 1:57, 6 people asked me if I had a cigarette. It's not even like the place had a nightlife, it's just a quiet little sleepy town in southern Poland. So after waking up late due to my late arrival, I met with Caitlin and Emily. I went into their school, had a little chat with their mentor, waited for Caitlin to finish her lesson, and then she showed me a bit around the town. Then she went home to sleep because her train from Warsaw had only arrived at 9 that morning, So I was left to my own devices and I went to look at an old Benedictine convent. Jarosław is a lovely picturesque old town, but beyond 5 o'clock there's not really that much to do there. So I just went back to my hotel, watched a Champions League match and didn't really do much else. The following day I got on my 4-hour 3-carriage train all the way up to Warsaw, which understandably was really, really boring. So that's all from me now, but there's an episode on me in the Baltics coming up soon. Thanks for watching, and bye!